All right, guys, the 20th of July, 7 o'clock PST, we will be getting the official reveal for the Part 2 units for the Global Dokkan celebration. And today, if you haven't seen it already, we had an official teaser for the Part 2 of GDC. And I have to say, Dokkan, you very much cooked with this teaser trailer. It's just such a shame that we had the leak at the beginning of the Global Dokkan campaign showing that we would be getting a Dokkan Fest LR Omega Shenron with the brand new graphic for the Dokkan Fest, because this trailer is so hype. Could you imagine seeing this with no prior knowledge of the leak, watching the Dragon Ball fill up with the black smoke and then crack and break, and seeing that, as I said, with no knowledge of the leak of Omega? Do you know how hype this trailer is? I would have been gassed to see this. I'm already a little bit hyped just seeing this, and I've seen the leak. I know what's coming for Part 2, or at least when it comes to Omega Shenron and what the theme is going to be. But could you imagine seeing that with no prior knowledge? How hype that would have been. Dokkan, you cooked, and then you just kind of burnt the food a little bit. So Dokkan, in future, please do better at putting stuff in the game and files and assets in the game that shouldn't really be there just yet or don't need to be there just yet. I know it helps out with the game, etc. But we can't be having these leaks for major celebrations. 10th anniversary and the Global Dokkan campaign, you're on a little bit of a bad streak. But we are getting the official reveals tomorrow, as I said, 7 o'clock PST for in the evening for a lot of you. Dokkan just doesn't like seeing your boy rest. That's going to be at, I think, 3 a.m. 3 in the morning for me. So I'm going to have to watch it and react to it in my own time, because I won't be able to do a video at that time. I said, Dokkan just doesn't want to see your boy rest, unfortunately. But that is officially coming tomorrow. Of course, we already know Omega's coming. We are more than likely going to be getting an SSJ4 Gogeta in some form, whether that is a fusion active skill for an SSJ4 Goku and Vegeta, whether that is going to be an actual fusing unit, which, considering we already have two that aren't, and considering how good they are and how good Rose and Zamasu's animations are, the VB active skill, etc., I wouldn't mind at this point with how good they are if the SSJ4s didn't fuse. However, having 3-3 not fuse, can we maybe have one that does? Especially with the EZA potential, which I'm going to get onto now. So we're going to be getting that in some form. But then also, can we also have a Mega lead Carnival LR Rose and Zamasu as well and have them on one team? That would also be pretty sick. But Dokkan, it is very much time. Very much time this happens. It is long overdue. We talked about the EZA potential for Part 1. Part 2 also has the same. In SSJ4 Gogeta, a unit that came out on the 1st of February on Global anyway, in 2021. A unit that is over 4 years old. The milk is turning, Dokkan. You have very few days left to use up the milk so you can have some cereal. You need to use it before you have to throw it away and throw it in the bin. And what a waste of milk that will end up being. Because this man is long overdue in EZA. It just writes itself. So I kind of hope we don't get a standalone SSJ4 Gogeta just so this one could link with the new one. Doesn't have to be that way, because we could have a unit in the middle. You know, Carnival LSSJ4 Goku, one of the GT Super Saiyans, Year 7 EZAs. Doesn't have to be that way. But just so there's some more potential there. You know, maybe a non-fusing SSJ4 Goku or Vegeta, maybe a fusing version of those. That's a reversible exchange, just so they can link with him. I'm all for it, Dokkan, but I feel like this has to be. Just like in LR Fusion Zamasu kind of had to be the major EZA for Part 1, he has to be the major EZA for Part 2. Dokkan, it just writes itself. Great SA effect, we can increase that by turns. We could give him a ton of additional, so we could do this multiple times. He already has attack effective against all types for 8 turns. Maybe keep that, maybe make it permanent. Give him going off the Year 7 EZAs, but obviously not as strong. Give him some damage reduction, maybe attach it to orbs, maybe give him some base damage reduction as well. Give him some dodge, again, maybe add it to him super attacking, orbs, etc. Build up dodge chance by dodging. Make this man good. I said it just kind of writes itself. he must be an Easy A. He has to be the major Easy A for part 2. Also, the potential for Giant Ape Power to leap and become one of the best categories in the game is fully there. You have Carnival LRSSJ4 Goku already with the 220 lead. The new SSJ4 Goku Vegeta Gogeta unit, however they decide to do it, is also probably going to lead maybe GT heroes in some fashion, or just a category that ties the Super Saiyan 4s together. But you've got that amazing support from Carnival LSJ4 Goku and an amazing unit. We already have Easy A LR Great Ape Vegeta. You'll be running dual of these, by the way, which is also pretty sick. You have the Year 7 Easy A's. We have the GT Super Saiyan Easy A's. You could Easy A this guy, and the next potential Easy A's we could see, which I don't know if they're gonna do. I mean, they could do one of these ideas, or they could do all of them together, which I think would be so sick. Is if we Super Easy A the Year 2 Anniversary SSJ4s, bring them back into the game one more time. One more time. Or, you know, maybe we might get them back again with a super Easy A or an ultra super Easy A, whatever you want to call it. But bring them back in the game right now for one more time. Can you imagine using these guys again? I said on the team with units we've just mentioned, like Carnival LRSSJ4 Goku, an Easy A in SSJ4 Gogeta, LR Great Ape Vegeta, the GT Super Saiyan Easy A's, Easy A SSJ4s from Year 7. That would be so sick. So sick. Now, considering a Mega Shenron is the Dokkan Fest, I don't know if we'll see Super Easy A's for these. I would like to see Super Easy A's for these. But then another option they could definitely do is, of course, Super Easy Aing a Mega Shenron. The Strength a Mega Shenron, to be exact. Now, we don't actually know just yet, and that will also be found out during the reveal, if we're getting a transforming Dokkan Fest LR Omega, or if he's going to be another standalone LR Omega Shenron. Of course, all we have the graphic is to go by, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a transforming unit standalone. I think it would be pretty sick if it's a transforming unit, because I've been wanting one for years. He might not be, which is also fine as well, because, you know, you could also have him on a team and then have this guy in slot 3. They don't have to link together. It would just be nice if they could, or they did, especially depending on what the new one's going to do. And of course, if they end up super easying the strength one, what he's going to do as well. So I think a transforming one would be pretty sick, especially because I said we don't have one. I've been wanting one for years, just like a transforming baby. Dokkan, could we also do that this year as well, please? Especially with a new Omega coming. But I would definitely take a page out of part 1's book when it comes to Super Easy A Rose. You know, where Super Easy A Rose supports generally all units, but helps out a lot because you're naturally going to run them with Carnival LR Rose and Zamasu, you know, other Rose and Zamasu units, Goku Black units, etc. I want the same for Omega. Already has full power support, maybe add in some extreme type support, or the type support with whatever the new category for the brand new Omega's going to be. Have him basically be a decent damaging, quite beefy, quite chunky with guard, damage reduction, something like that. Maybe dodge as well. A lot of stats with support, just like Super Easy A Rose is for Carnival LR Rose and Zamasu. If you're going to Super Easy A the Strength Omega, make him do the same for a Mega Shenron, whether that, as I said, is a general support for extreme type units, but then also full power units, or specifically to the brand new category, and then you have full power and whatever the new category is combined together to give a big chunky support. I think that would be pretty sick. It worked really well. I said it doesn't really matter if the new one is standalone Omega, because this guy could be in slot 3, and then hopefully the new one's a slot 1 unit. If he is transforming, even better, you can run them together. They'll pretty much perfectly link together while also providing support, because he has built-in support anyway. But this is such an old unit that they have so much ground they can make up, and they could do whatever they want with this Omega Shenron because his passive is just so empty. So they could do whatever they want. They could give him whatever they want. Stat-wise, you know, gimmick-wise, damage reduction, guard, dodge, orb changing, bossy enemy super attack, etc, etc, etc. Of course, the only thing that won't change is this. So I expect him to get a ton of, you know, stats in the passive. But they could do a lot with this. Now, it's just a question. Are they going to Super Easy A just this guy? And then Easy A, say, in SSJ4 Gogeta? Is there another Easy A in mind, potentially? I mean, if we go to Shadow Dragon Saga specifically, Not yet, unfortunately. I mean, this would be great. Unfortunately, he came out, what, a year or two ago? Yeah, literally a year ago, so I don't see him easying. I mean, there isn't that much when it comes to options from Shadow Saga, or Shadow Dragon Saga specifically, aside from the obvious that we've already pointed out, which is in SSJ4 Gogeta, and then also the Strength and Mega Shenron super easying himself, and the Year 2 SSJ4's also super easying. So again, whether Dokkan's going to super easy a one of those, and then I feel like this one just writes itself, because there's no other major easy they could really do from Shadow Dragons. Specifically, that's not to say it's definitely going to be just from Shadow Dragons, but that is kind of 95% most likely. That's going to be SSJ4 Gogeta. I would like to see them just easy A everything as a complete bundle. Major easy A SSJ4 Gogeta, super easy A the Year 2 anniversary units, and then also super easy A the Strength Omega as well. Just completely go for it, Dokkan. Giant 8 power becomes one of the best categories in the game. Make a Mega Shenron lead a very strong category that has Carnival, LR Rose, and Zamasu as well, and some of the better extreme type units. And also super easy, a Mega Shenron can go on that team as well. Make it one of the best extreme units in the game, or extreme units and extreme type team in the game, because extreme units need more love. Just completely go for it. I wouldn't mind if they do one or the other anyway, but doing all of them, your boy's definitely here for it. But we got the teaser today. We're getting the official reveal, where a lot of you are going to see the official reveal tonight. 3 a.m. in the morning for your boy, unfortunately. Let me know down in the comments. Are you hyped? Are you hyped? Even though we already saw the leak, do you still carry some hype? Are you still excited? I still think seeing that trailer with no prior knowledge would have been... It would have been insane. It would have been really dope. So let me know if the hype levels are still there for you regardless. And let me know who you want to see easying and super easying during part 2. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care of the rest of your day. And peace.